I played for the Winnipeg Wild as a 15 and 16-year-old, and it was good. Played with players like Eakin and Glennie, and they're both NHL bound, so you learn a lot from those guys. Draft year, bantam draft for the WHL, didn't really get much notice. I had a coach, Rob Reimer, who was friends with Frank Harding, and told Frank, he's like, hey, got this guy, and he wants to come to Portage camp. And so before Portage camp, I went to the Blues camp, and they told me I probably wouldn't make it. And I ended up going to Portage the next week and played good. And Don McGilvery said, as a 17-year-old, he's got high hopes of me making as a 17-year-old. So, I owe a lot of it to my AAA coaches, Rob Reimer and Frank Harding. I've best 4 years of my life have been here, and it's sad I have to go. Yeah, that was we were quite aligned. We had good chemistry. Good friends with Adino and Walker to this day. Walker's obviously in the dub, and he was fantastic. He was 16, I think, at the time. Fantastic. Adino, one of the fastest players, two-way players. It was a lot of fun, and I felt like I contributed a lot more that year to help the championship. Felt like a little bit like it was my championship that year than the year before, as I did a lot more to help out the team. And that, once again, was a fantastic feeling. Unfortunately, lost in the end of it, but, this year maybe. That was the worst. I played a few games hurt. Lots of guys have, so I'm not trying to say anything, but a few games hurt, and just game day skate. Just couldn't skate, couldn't contribute, couldn't help the team. It'd be better if someone else. It was awful mentally for a bit. I felt real bad throughout the day, and it's tough to watch a loss in Game 7 because there's nothing you could do about it. But the guys fought hard for me and for each other, and just unfortunate what happened in the end.
He's a little bit. He likes to talk, as most people know, but he's a good guy. He likes to joke around, and he's a nice guy.
I don't think I've ever met someone that talks quite as much as he does. Can't really get a word in when you're around him, but he's a great guy on and off the ice. So
very talkative. You never hear him shut up, but that's his personality, and he's always got something to say, and it's great. He's a good guy to have around.
Well, he's a funny guy, but I'm sure others told you he just won't stop talking. He always has his mouth moving. So, yeah, he's definitely a funny guy, but can definitely talk up a storm.
He never keeps his mouth shut. That's all I have to say.
Well, he's a guy that talks too much, but he definitely is a guy that plays a lot bigger than his stature. He's definitely been one of our key guys for the 4 years he's been here. Even in the first Humboldt series when we won and played them and got swept, I thought both him and Ryan Adino were our top forwards in that series, along with DeLong, and even the next year when we lost to Humboldt in the 7-game series, I thought that Tyler was he missed Game 7 because he had an injury that he'd been battling through for the whole series. So I think if he'd been able to play in Game 7, it would have helped our chances for sure. And then obviously being the MVP of the playoffs here this year, and a guy that's just really works hard every day, and for a guy 5'8", 170 pounds, that might be giving him a little bit too. He doesn't. He's not shy to play in the tough areas. There are usually a lot of guys his size. Will play on the perimeter and try to find the soft areas, but not him. He plays in the tough areas, and hopefully he'll be able to go on and play at a higher level, because he definitely can.
Well, I'm holding one, but it's the best one that I've ever been with, obviously, but it's the best organization. Man, Blake's a great coach, taught me a lot throughout the way, made me a much better player. Great scouting every time I'm here. Lots of volunteer work. The fans are so loud. Everyone talks about how loud and intimidating our barns are and our fans are. Love the style of hockey here. We play real hockey, and I've always had great goaltending, and the town's fantastic. I've had good jobs here, and everyone gets involved, and great rules. Everyone follows the rules, and it's just a perfect place to be. And I've grown up so much my 4 years here, from 17 to 20. Became a boy, I feel like a man now.